Before starting, I'd just like to pay respects and condolences to our brave hearts that we lost in Vietnam, and to those brave hearts that protect our borders during this present tension in our country. Members of the dais, distinguished members in the audience, the distinguished award winners, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me here this afternoon, Dr. Mehta. I find myself most qualified to be here this afternoon because I'm not a doctor, but I do have a great medical history. And that could have been one of the reasons why I'm here. But actually there were two reasons. One was my daughter asked me to be here, as Dr. Mehta mentioned in his speech. And doctors, when they tell the daughter and the daughter tells the father, you never say it. Daughters are very special. The other reason, of course, as I said, I've had a great medical misadventure in my life. And I come here today because of the great respect I have for the medical profession and for the doctors that have been responsible, particularly in India, with all due respect to those that have come from overseas. In 1982, during an action sequence in one of my films, I was grievously injured. There was an intestinal rupture, which, due to certain circumstances, developed into peritonitis. And I have no qualms in admitting that even though I had the means to get myself treated overseas, I chose to be treated by doctors in my own country because of the respect for the doctors. And it is because of their treatment and their care for me that I stand in front of you today. That was just one of the adventures that I had. Subsequently, there have been many: myasthenia gravis, tuberculosis, hepatitis B, diverticulitis. I'm running out of all the different adventures that I've had to face in my life. But I have to admit that it was the care and the expertise of the doctors in this country that have been responsible today for me standing in front of you. And I give them my respect and regard. I do not take anything away from the medical profession overseas. I must admit that even after getting the care and the treatment from my own doctors, when I did have occasion to go overseas, I did go in for second opinions. When I recovered from my peritonitis, I happened to be on a private visit to New York, and some of my friends there suggested that I visit the New York hospital, which is a very renowned hospital, and meet one of the famous doctors there. Many of you may know that getting a doctor's appointment in the United States of America is a process. It takes time and it takes very long. And we waited for days to be able to meet the doctor. Finally, my friend who was recommending this doctor to me sent I don't know what it's called. It's called a certificate that you get when you leave a hospital from the doctors, certifying that you're okay to live your life. So he pushed this certificate to this doctor. And the reason why I got occasion to meet him was he looked at the certificate and said, "Is this guy alive?" That was, to me, an indication of what a wonderful job the doctors in India have done. And that has been the case every time I've gone for a second opinion, with all due respects, as I said, to the medical profession overseas. I'm very grateful to Dr. Mehta for calling me here today. I wish this conference and all the award winners great success. May all the youngsters that represent the medical profession in our country